In 2019, I remember sitting in my family's fifth wheel RV. You see, we lived in an RV for a little while, and I was in the bunkhouse with my little brother Luke, and he was playing Need for Speed on our GameCube. I was sitting on the top bunk, and I had a notebook in my lap, and unfortunately I had a blank empty page staring back up at me. I was trying to come up with an idea of something to draw, but nothing came to mind. Then I glanced up from that blank page and began to watch the game that Luke was playing. Need for Speed is a game all about cars, racing fast, or becoming a cop and catching criminals. As I watched my brother play the exciting and action-packed game, an idea suddenly started to stir in my mind. What if I wrote a story about me and my dream Jeep Wrangler escaping criminals and saving the world? And what if, this is gonna sound crazy now, a little bit silly, but what if the Jeep was alive? And what if she was the only alive vehicle on Earth? All the other vehicles were real, normal cars, but maybe she wasn't the only vehicle in the world that was alive. I know, it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, it does. You see, I was obsessed with Jeeps at the time, still am, and the idea of bringing my dream Jeep to life was thrilling to my 13-year-old mind. I couldn't pick up my pencil fast enough before I quickly began to write like the wind with an exciting new and amazing story jumping in my mind. The first book was finished in no time, and the main characters in the book were me, Mary, my sister and car, Sandy, Nolan and his older truck brother, Joel. There was also others, Bart and Bob. After I quickly finished my new story, I could not wait to start writing another one. Now, y'all don't know this, but I used to create a new set of characters like every week. Never ever has any characters that I've created ever lasted maybe more than a month at the longest. But I just could not stop writing about these characters. I couldn't stop writing about the Mountain Misfits. My brother came up with the name, and it fits perfectly. My characters live in the Great Smoky Mountains in North Carolina, and they're a group of orphans and their siblings and friends, some of which were accidentally turned into vehicles. That is certainly what I'd call a group of misfits. As the years went on, more characters developed. Russell, the undercover sheriff of Smoky City. Sandy and Joel got married. They had a son, JJ. JT and Dan joined the group, as well as 3 abused boys that Sandy and Joel adopted. Terry, Sean and Kayla, Alex, and many more. I just couldn't stop writing about these guys. Not long after I started writing about these characters, I kind of accidentally figured out how to do stop motion. I remember I was sitting on the couch in our camper, and I was looking at a picture of Sandy and Joel, actually, and I was looking at them thinking, what if they could come to life? Like, what if like I could make them have different expressions and things? Like, that would be so cool. So I picked up my little Apple iPod Touch, and I took a picture of the drawing I drew. I erased their faces, made new ones, and took another picture. So as you can imagine, and I kept doing that, and then eventually put it all together. And as you can imagine, that looked pretty rough. The whole video was like, every picture was like turning, getting closer, further away. It was really rough. But eventually, after I figured out how to do that, I quickly became obsessed. And I started doing stop motions and animations all the time. And eventually, as the years went on, I got an Apple tablet. And I learned how to animate on my tablet. I was able to learn how to lip sync and really make them move and make them really, really come to life. I truly believe that my characters are unique and very special, and I really hope my books can get published soon and I can get them into the world and fulfill my childhood dream. I really hope that the world will love them as much as I do if they ever get a chance to get out there. I fully understand that I may be the only one who thinks they're really endearing, cute, funny, quirky, and just really lovable characters. But I really, really hope that the rest of the world will see what I see when I look at the paper and I look at my characters. My characters are like my children, and they've helped me through very hard times. I truly do not know where I would be without them. They give my life meaning and something to love and think about every single day. And I would not have had all of the time to write many, many stories and make many, many animations about them if it weren't for my amazing family's support. Especially my mom homeschooling me my whole life, giving me as much time as possible to work on my passion. Also, I can't forget my little brother Luke. He is my #1 fan. He was always there for me. He helped me so much with my story and character development, gave me so many ideas, read my books, watched my animations. He really also put a lot of time into my characters as well. I mean, who knows? Maybe this video will get 15 views. Maybe less. Maybe that's being generous, but maybe these characters will never be anything. But they're not nothing. They're my life. And I just really, really, really feel that they were put on the earth for a reason. I'm sure all authors feel that way about their characters though. But I really, really hope that this feeling I have, I hope it's right. I really, really, really do. Today is a very exciting day for me, and I really hope and pray one day I'll get my books published. The dream to put out good, clean content for kids, so after a long day at school, they can come home and forget all their problems as they read my books. Something they can laugh at, and their parents can know they can comfortably and confidently hand their kids one of my books without any worry of anything inappropriate or non-child friendly inside. I like to say that my books are kind of old school in a little bit of a way. They're very Andy Griffith style, Little House on the Prairie, just kind of that old-fashioned, really innocent humor that's really funny, but it's not like grotesque or inappropriate or really, I don't know. But it's also something that the whole family can enjoy, and it's not juvenile. Like a 10-year-old and a 50-year-old can enjoy Andy Griffith. I know that I'm not trying to compare my characters to that legendary show. I'm not saying that, but the style is very much, I feel like, kind of similar with the comedy and what I put in my books. There is comedy, action, romance, and adventure, a little bit of everything for everyone. Please, please help me try to get my characters out there in the world, and consider subscribing and liking the video. Happy birthday, the Mountain Misfits. Cheers to 7 years, and hopefully many, many, many more.